In the depths of Stoic philosophy, we discover lessons and practices that help us build a solid foundation for wisdom. How many times have you let something simple disrupt your peace? Maybe a car cutting you off, someone bumping into you on the bus, or an offhand comment from a coworker. These small annoyances, though minor, can add up and ruin your day. True wisdom lies in not letting these simple things ruin your day or steal your peace. Stoicism challenges us to express our higher self at all times, focusing on what we can control and accepting the rest with serenity. Imagine living a life where small frustrations don't shake you, where your tranquility remains intact regardless of the circumstances. This is the power Stoicism wants you to discover. It wants you to recognize your ability to face events constructively, taking responsibility for your well-being. The practices and strategies I will share with you will empower you to face life's challenges with calm and resilience, turning immediate reactions into thoughtful and constructive responses. Before we begin, don't forget to like our content, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so. Master the art of voluntary acceptance. Suffering is our psychological resistance to what happens. Events can cause physical pain, but suffering and inner turmoil come from our struggle against reality. When we get upset with a driver who cuts us off or despair when no Uber accepts our ride, we resist what is. This battle is useless and creates more suffering. Instead of fighting every little thing that happens, the key is to learn to accept. If we resist reality, thinking everything is against us, we will only suffer more. If this is the will of the universe, then let it be, the Stoics said. Recognizing that there is something greater than ourselves and that we don't control everything that happens around us is essential for serenity. Mastering the art of voluntary acceptance or acquiescence to external events, even those considered bad, is fundamental. Epictetus taught that we must adapt to whatever happens. Thus, nothing will occur against our will, and nothing we desire will fail to occur. It is wiser to accept reality and focus on where we have control. Think of a good poker player. They play well regardless of the cards they receive. In life, it's the same. It's not who gets the best cards that wins, but who learns to play better. You can't choose the hands you receive, but you can choose how to play them. If we accept rather than resist, we rid ourselves of the frustration of wanting the world to be different. Imagine the scene. Thomas Edison, at 67, sees his laboratory in flames. Instead of despairing, he calls his son and says, "Call your mother and all her friends. They will never see a fire like this again." The next day, Edison began to rebuild. This is true Stoic acceptance. Not passively resigning, but taking the initiative to rise again. Edison accepted his situation with courage and made the best of what he had. The Stoics advise us to do the same. Not to fight reality, but to adapt and focus on what we can control. Marcus Aurelius compared events to a remedy prescribed by nature to improve us. Every event is for us, not against us. Accept everything as if it were your choice, transforming yourself from a victim into a responsible agent. Imagine living without the constant frustration of wanting the world to be different. Why can't my family be different? And my relationship? My job? My house? We suffer for so many things beyond our control. Now imagine the freedom of focusing only on what you can control. I can control my emotions, dedicate myself more, think before I speak. Practice the art of acceptance. Life doesn't have to be a constant battle. It can be a harmonious flow where we accept and learn from each experience, using our strength and mental energy to change what we can truly control, ourselves. Turn problems into progress. One of the most effective formulas for overcoming negative situations is to see obstacles as part of the path. The essence of this teaching lies in our perception. You can bury your head in the sand when things seem to conspire against you, or keep your head up and look for an opportunity for growth. The choice is yours. Within every difficulty lies a seed of growth. If we keep this in mind, we will realize that what hinders us is what actually propels us forward. This is the beauty of Stoicism. It empowers us to transform what seems negative into something positive, simply by changing our perspective. Setbacks are the arena where we exercise Stoic virtues like courage, patience, discipline, and forgiveness. Nothing prevents us from responding with virtue. It is always within our reach. Let what blocks the way become the way. It gives us a new way of looking at life. Imagine a fire. Every obstacle is consumed and used as fuel. If there's nothing in the way, the fire dies. You are that fire. We don't thrive despite challenges, but because of them. They shape us, strengthen us, and prepare us for future adversities. It's never the challenges that matter, but how you see them and act from there. We either shrink or grow, and living wisely is using problems to grow. Over time, you will get better at this and achieve a state of inner tranquility where nothing can shake you. You feel ready to handle any challenge life throws at you. If you are enjoying this content and want to learn more about how to apply Stoic philosophy in your life, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. I am deeply grateful. Start your day with a morning routine that strengthens your mind and emotions. For the Stoics, this is an essential moment of internal preparation. Epictetus advises us to begin the day reflecting on our goals and the path to achieving them, asking, "What still prevents me from getting rid of negative emotions? What do I need to achieve tranquility?" These questions remind us that we are rational beings, capable of choosing our reactions and shaping our lives with reason and virtue. This period of morning reflection is crucial for aligning our thoughts and actions throughout the day. Remember the advice of Marcus Aurelius. Begin the day by recognizing the precious privilege of being alive, breathing, thinking, enjoying, loving. This simple practice of gratitude puts us in a position of strength and positivity, preparing us for challenges with a balanced perspective. By recognizing the intrinsic value of life, we appreciate the small things more and gain a greater sense of purpose. Marcus Aurelius also reminds us to prepare for encountering challenging people. He says, "Today and every day, you can be sure you will meet an idiot." Anticipating these interactions allows us to prepare with patience, forgiveness, and kindness. Mental preparation enables us to respond rationally and compassionately instead of reacting impulsively. We are not preparing to be against the world, but to act rationally in a chaotic world where not everyone is as well prepared as we are. Marcus Aurelius also reminds us that those who oppose us are similar to us, not of the same blood or birth, but of the same mind. These people do not have the power to cause us pain or anger. They deserve our cooperation and understanding. The morning routine also helps us remember the impermanence of things. Every morning, Seneca reflected on how what took years to build could be destroyed in seconds. He said, "We live among things destined to die. Mortal you were born. Mortals you gave birth to. Evaluate everything. Expect everything." Without preparation, anything that happens during the day can disrupt your peace and cause anxiety. Negative thoughts, disturbed coworkers, or small changes can cause great suffering. Expect everything and be ready for everything. This is the essence of Stoicism in the morning routine. Starting the day with clear intentions and a prepared spirit not only gets you ready to face challenges, but also to overcome them with grace and wisdom. Make your morning a moment of strengthening and connection with your highest values. Weapons of wisdom. Engraved Stoic phrases. The Stoics summarize their basic principles in aphorisms, which are short sentences that contain great teachings. Examples like live with arete, or live with excellence, live according to nature, and some things are within our power, others are not, are simple principles but powerful tools for changing our thoughts and character. These aphorisms are like popular sayings, such as a lie has short legs. They remind us, in critical moments, of what truly matters. By using them, we neutralize irrational thoughts and replace them with rational and useful beliefs. Starting the day with a morning routine is a powerful way to establish a balanced and focused mental state. Take time to reflect on your goals and how you can move toward them. Ask yourself important questions to identify what needs to be adjusted in your emotional and mental life. This not only prepares you for the day's challenges, but also brings you closer to the life you want to live. The Stoics valued the constant practice of their beliefs, keeping them always ready to use when needed. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our thoughts shape our reality. If we let negative thoughts dominate our minds, our perception and behavior change for the worse. That's why the Stoics developed simple and clear principles to prepare for daily challenges. The clarity and simplicity of these maxims are essential, functioning as mental weapons against negative thoughts and judgments. In the chaos of modern life, these tools are even more crucial. Epictetus' manual illustrates this approach well. This summary of Stoic principles served as a practical guide for facing life's challenges. Like the Stoics, we must create and memorize our own phrases that remind us of our values and goals. Ask yourself, what are my values? What do I want to stand for? By answering, you start to create your own maxims or can adopt Stoic phrases like, the color of my thoughts tints my life, focus on what I can control, memento mori, I am also mortal. What can I control? What should I just accept? These statements become essential in the daily struggle to be the best version of yourself and face the world's challenges. They serve as a shield against negative thoughts and a sword to cut through illusions that hinder a full life. When facing problems, our principles can give us stability and clarity. They are not just beautiful phrases, but practical tools that transform our lives. These principles remind us to focus on what we can control and accept with serenity what we cannot change. These mental weapons are essential for a happy and satisfying life. Without them, we are vulnerable to the changes of fate and unstable emotions. With them, we face life's challenges with confidence and wisdom, always maintaining inner calm. Therefore, keep your Stoic weapons always at hand. Use them to face daily challenges and constantly remind yourself of your values and purposes. This way, you will be ready to live a life of excellence, aligned with nature and full of meaning. Leave your Stoic phrase or personal aphorism in the comments. How has your life been? We often forget that we are mortal. We live as if we had infinite time, trapped in routines and trivial concerns, until we realize that our life is finite and wish we had started living fully sooner. Valuing the small things that really matter. We struggle to stay alive, but often waste our time without realizing its preciousness. The irony is clear. We fight for life, but often don't know how to live it fully. Do you live as if you have all the time in the world, without thinking about your own fragility? You don't realize how much time has already passed and wasted as if it were infinite. Every day you dedicate to something, or someone could be the last. You act like a mortal when you fear something, and like an immortal when you desire something. These words from Seneca make us reflect on the importance of living with purpose. Often, we believe we will have plenty of time to fulfill all our desires, an illusion that makes us delay dreams and important moments. However, when we realize that this sense of immortality is illusory, we can change our mindset. Recognizing our mortality should not discourage us, but rather push us to act. We need to combat procrastination, face our fears, and fill our lives with meaningful experiences. Living each day to the fullest doesn't mean abandoning small pleasures like playing video games or watching series, but rather doing these things with full awareness and determination. Being present in each moment and making conscious choices about how we use our time is essential. The responsibility to choose how to live is in our hands. We need to ask ourselves if we are living the best way possible, or if we will be that person who, taken by regret, would give anything for a few more months of life to accomplish what was left undone. Look at your life now. Have you lived enough? What else do you wish to experience? Who do you want to be in this world? Don't leave your dreams shelved out of fear or negativity. These reflections guide us to a fuller and more authentic life. We want to be able to look back and say we lived well, that we were present for those we love, that we sought to improve ourselves and build a relationship with God. True fulfillment is not in trophies or social status, but in growing as a person and evolving. The Stoics teach that the quality of life is measured by the depth of each moment, not by the number of years. Let's use our time wisely, so we can look back with a smile of contentment instead of a sigh of regret. Living intentionally and seizing each moment as if it were the last is the key to a well-lived life. Don't let time pass unnoticed. To learn more about Stoic practices, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave your questions in the comments. We are responsible for our own prosperity. Stoicism teaches us that true prosperity is not limited to money, but rather to living in harmony with our values and virtues. Happiness comes from within and is within our reach as long as we accept responsibility for our choices. The responsibility for our happiness deprives us of excuses for not achieving the life we desire. We cannot blame others or external circumstances for our lack of peace or fulfillment. Prosperity, according to the Stoics, comes from cultivating virtuous behavior and excellence in the present. leading us to desired outcomes. By focusing on the process of living well, we take control of our own prosperity. We must strive to be kind, courageous, and disciplined, for it is through these virtues that we come closer to our ideal self and experience a truly prosperous life. Stoicism teaches us that the key to our happiness is in our own hands. By taking responsibility for our emotions and decisions, we significantly increase our chances of achieving our goals. Conversely, the victim mentality, which blames external circumstances for our unhappiness, prevents us from living fully. We cannot allow past results to determine our well-being or emotional state. The Stoics remind us that while external factors and other people can influence our lives, only we have the power to truly harm it by letting ourselves be shaken by what we do not control. Our happiness should depend as little as possible on external factors, and this is achieved by focusing on what is within our reach and making the most of the situations we face. Waiting for future events to be happy, like, "I will be happy when I get," or "I will be happy when I do," is the root of emotional suffering. This is like chasing the horizon. No matter how far you walk, you never reach it. True happiness lies in wanting less and being grateful for what we already have. Although we cannot change the events of the world, we can change our perspective and the actions we choose to take. Decide to turn your life into a miracle and live wisely every day. Let's improve our lives together, one day at a time, starting now. If you watched up to this point, leave a comment saying, "I am wise." That way, I'll know you are resilient. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Millennial Stoicism channel, leave your comment, and share this content with your friends and family. Let's spread Stoic wisdom together. Reflection by Epictetus. The key to happiness lies in recognizing that you have control over your responses and attitudes. True freedom is living according to your own nature and accepting what cannot be changed.